Here we have the function 1 over x, and we want to find the derivative. And so we have 1 over f of x is 1 over x, and then we need to find f of x plus delta x. So in the place of x, we have x plus delta x. And so the derivative of f of x f of x plus delta x is 1 dividing by x plus delta x, and then minus 1 over x, and then dividing by delta x. And for subtracting and adding fractions, we can do this. If we have something like, let's say, a over b plus or minus c over d, then we can just cross multiply. So this is going to be a times d, and then plus or minus, depend, b times c, and divided by b times d. So it'd be just cross multiply a times d, and then b times c, and then divided by the product of the two denominators. So if I have something like this, so we're going to cross multiply, so it'll be 1 times x, and then minus 1 times x plus delta x, and then multiply, and then the denominator be the product of these two. So it's going to be x times x plus delta x. And then this is 1x. We'll go ahead and simplify that. So this is x. And then we have a minus 1 here. So this is minus 1 times x, which is minus x. And then minus 1 times delta x be just minus delta x. And in the bottom we have this. And then x minus x is 0, and then what's left is negative delta x, dividing by x. X times x plus delta x. And then now let's come back to the original problem. So the top 1 over x plus delta x minus 1 over x, we combine them and it becomes this. And then the bottom, we just have delta x. And so now this is going to be limit. And then remember that when we're dividing by something, it's the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. So it's going to be this times the reciprocal. Dividing by something is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal of that thing. So here we have delta x, the reciprocal will be 1 over delta x. And then here we can see that delta x and delta x here, they will cancel out. And so what's left is this. So the top, this delta x and this delta x cancels out, and what's left is negative 1, and then the bottom is this. So in the bottom we have x times x plus delta x. And then now delta x runs to 0. And so we get negative 1 divided by x times x plus 0, which is equal to negative 1 times x squared. And this could also be written as negative 1 times x to the negative 2. And we'll need this later on. And so a summary the derivative, so if the function is 1 over x, then the derivative is negative 1 over x squared, or negative 1 times x to the negative 2.